Hi guys, welcome to the episode 15 of the Highs and Lows podcast crypto segment. My name is Solomon Giftamundi and I'm your host, and I'm here with my co-host, Mr. Ochoma Miracle. Yeah, so this is like our second episode for the year 2025. A lot has been happening. I think one of the craziest things currently is the crash.
The market crash, yes.
In the market.
It was like actually unexpected because people were... We got like 102 or 103.
People were saying this is the pre-Trump
dump.
Pre-Trump pump that we were seeing, and we were not expecting, most persons were not expecting to see a dump until after 20th, when President Trump takes his oath. That's what most persons were expecting.
I think we saw 93K.
We've seen almost 92K.
Yeah. So
the early hours of today, we saw 92K.
But if you notice, the likes of orai didn't really dump.
Yeah, the agents, not just orai, but AI agents, majorly, most of them, the reasonable ones, they didn't dump. But at the same time, the ones on virtual, most of them actually dumped. Even the virtual protocol token itself.
Yes, the virtual
crashed to like 3.1 billion. Even A16Z, I think it also dumped. It was about 2.something billion FDV. It dumped to about 1.2 or 1.3. Yeah, but despite that, we have still seen some crazy runs. Like yesterday, we saw a new meme, LLM.
Yeah,
ran all the way from
50K
or 40K market cap to almost $70 million. And the crazy thing about that run was it didn't just launch and start running. It gave like 3 hours consolidating within 12K to like 55K before it took off, and in a split 2 hours it ran all the way from 80K to like 30 million. Then in another 30 minutes or thereabouts it got like 60 something, then 70 million, which people made good money.
People
made crazy money.
Crazy run.
Someone turned 0.2 solana, which I think 0.2 solana then was like $40. Person turned it to $17,000. I think
that's good money.
It's something solana. Yeah, so people actually made good money. Some persons made $1 million, some made $800,000.
I think that's the kind of run that one needs.
You know that kind of run where you just buy a token and you say you just want to drive out.
And then
you want to do something.
You come back, refresh wallet.
Yes.
You say no, na glitch be this.
Yeah, you understand.
And then you reflect, na glitch be this. Until
those are the best kinds of pump.
Or the best. Also imagine.
Or you sleep.
Yeah.
And you wake up the next morning.
Wake up early morning just to check.
You're up 1000x.
And you're refreshing your wallet. You say no be my wallet. Because that's actually
those are like the best pumps.
Guy, we're in the bull market, so these things are possible. Like they are more possible than you think.
Yeah, because
really more possible
in the bull market, different people have different reality. While most persons are screaming that they have been liquidated right now, the market is down, their portfolio is down by 80%, 90%. You have another division that they're excited that there are new memes are actually pumping. In fact, you even have some newbies that are celebrating and jumping up.
Yeah, they made a shitload of money.
Yeah, in good profit because they did not buy those other bags to invest long term. They didn't even have the capital to do that. They were just gambling on some random memes and they just hit a jackpot. So the bull market is actually unreal. It doesn't tell the full story of the market. It never does, because at the same time you can't play every part of the market. You just cannot.
The bull market basically amplifies the concept of zero-sum game.
Yeah.
So it makes it faster, because if you're losing money, you lose it faster. If you're making money, you make it very fast.
This is why we always say take profit.
Yeah,
you can never go wrong when you take profit.
You cannot.
That's profit.
I made that statement, and some people were like, "There's a statement I made, and people were like, hey, it sounds somehow." I said the best asset to hold, either in a bull market or in a bear market, is a stable coin.
Yes, now
because you can ape into anything anytime.
Yes,
you can,
in and out.
It's that fast. Because if everybody is bleeding red, your stable coin will not bleed red.
Just there, and most times the best strategy is not even to trade.
Patience, just wait.
Just wait until you get that
comes
perfect
to you.
entry.
Right, and then
So most persons don't know this, but that's the crazy wild west of the crypto ecosystem, and also the forex industry is even worse. You remember just this week we saw a tweet that Mark Angel lost
about
$3.5 million
on Forex.
On Forex. That was his biggest regret in 2024. And most persons were saying it's false, it's not true, it's not possible. And while we can leave that debate for another day, for me personally, I believe it's 100% possible. Because, guy, we've seen
you know the amount of money I lost in 2022.
If you check
from FTX crash and so on, guy,
people easily lost like $500,000, $600,000. So if someone wants to add up everything
that you've lost,
that they've lost within the last 2 years, or in short, just from 2021 till date, it's crazy.
If you want to,
so most times when people hear that, the first thing of like, nah, it's not possible.
If you want
it's 100% possible.
If you want to check the Bitcoin value of the Bitcoins you lost trading in BitMEX, that was not your fault.
There's no point checking that.
It's going to give you a lot of headache.
There's sincerely
BitMEX messed that boys up now.
Yeah, because most times if we tell people the actual value, they will also say it's a lie.
It's a lie. So it's just
there's no point. It's only those that are in the system that would actually understand. But trying to make other persons that are not in the system to see reason,
or they are just entering the system now
to see reason of that. It's not possible. Truthfully, it's 100% possible.
But moving forward, if we look at what's been making wave this year, AI agents.
Yeah, it's AI agents. We told our community in one of our spaces. I just recently concluded spaces about 5 days ago. Thereabouts. Some of the projects we told them to buy. In fact, all the projects we told them to buy, they did crazy numbers. Even Nora was the first to do like a 10x in less than 24 hours. He did like a 10x, and later we saw the other ones that launched on Orai. We saw GNRT doing its own 10x.
It's crazy.
We saw Rax doing 5x, 6x. We saw Max running to do another 5-6x.
$100 million market cap.
You get from 40 million when we were having that spaces. Max still went on to like another 5x. Yeah, which these things are unreal. It's not every day.
You see and it's sustainable. It's not as if it's an unsustainable run that is fueled by VCs or something.
Yeah, it's not like it crashed afterwards.
No.
Most of them are still holding that price, and the utility of these AI agents, most of them have not been released.
That's for the ones on Orai, the ones that we know and we are sure of.
Most of them have not been
because most of them out there in the general crypto market are just vaporware.
Most of them don't have any.
But then
utility.
the ones that are built on Orai, it's crazy what those guys are. They are just creating a revenue flywheel.
Yeah, it's really, really fantastic. Another AI agent platform that recently launched an AI agent is Emprio. Emprio, EMPRE.
I think you shared that with me
REAL.
Last year.
Yeah. So a few days ago, they helped them GMX to launch Could AI, which is an AI agent. And the crazy thing about that launch, because I was live when they launched it, the crazy thing was the liquidity was $3 million.
That's crazy, man.
And the market cap was 7 something on Base. It was launched on Base. I was like, what is happening here?
How did they get such liquidity?
I can't explain that, but it was 3 points. Now that was what made me ape into that project, and right now it's still sitting above 16 FDV. And GMX, we all know GMX is a very solid project. It's running on Arbitrum, very, very solid. I think they have an FDV of over 700 million. The protocol works like really, really, really solid project, GMX. So that AI agent is for GMX,
right?
Yeah, so it's quite interesting, and it was built on virtual protocol. No, not virtual protocol, rather the EMP protocol. I think it's built on that. So I'm really watching to see how that is going to perform, like long term.
Okay.
Comparing it to how Rax would perform on Orai. I'm trying to see long term, like to see how both of them would perform. There's another one too that I was looking at that I jumped into. I'll check the name, maybe I'll drop it later in the community. I jumped into early hours of today at 5 M FDV. Actually posted it on X, but I can't seem to remember the name right now. Still doing something similar to what Rax is doing, but that one was launched by Virtual.
Okay.
It's launched by Virtual, so it's also on Base. It dumped from 19M to about 5M. I'm trying to recall the name right now. So I'm still waiting because I'm already in at 5M. I'm waiting to see how well that one would perform. Now, not just in terms of price action, but these agents, these AI agents, they have utility. They have something that they are doing.
Like Rax is a hedge fund.
Rax or orai is hedge fund.
Yes.
And it started by managing almost $800,000.
That's about 100 orai.
Yeah, which 100,000 orai, which right now it has grown it to almost $4 million currently. You get that it is managing about 4 million. Based on correction in the market, you can see it is up, still managing 3-point-something million dollars, which is crazy. GNRT also has a good utility, helping launch tokens via X. You get on multiple blockchain, and right now they're trying to incubate about 4 or 5 tokens. They're trying to incubate, so it will be really, really interesting to see how this AI agents long term, how they will perform, because the success, like A16Z, we saw it started running from like 40 million till it went above 1 billion. Now they're trying to focus on creating videos, AI agents creating videos, and talking about probably them building an L1. You get, but we saw the progress and the growth launch from DAO fund. If you remember, then there was a time where I was talking about it. So it was still around 20-30M, and it ran within a few days to like 300, and that was what gave DAO fund that exposure. Where we now started seeing other protocols launch on DAO fund, and now we have even SQR. Which is another fantastic project that we are bullish on.
I had to DCA more into SQR during
the SQR DAO. We also have that, which is another project that we're very, very bullish on, and we've actually used it to make good profits too.
Yes, I think they also invested with Animoca brands, because I heard Animoca brand was raising money.
I think so too. So the AI agents market is actually very, very interesting.
Yes, and I will have one that is launching this weekend.
On orai.
On orai. That's the Lee.
So Lee I also expect Lee to also be a very, very useful AI agent, because of it's actually starting off its utility on Solana liquidity pools. So I also expect that. I'm sure we'll talk more on that later. But then again, we did say in our episode 14 that we're expecting Chromia season this year. So how would you advise anyone to position for the Chromia season?
So the thing now with Chromia has made a few announcements, because this quarter they were supposed to have another upgrade. They've released news about it. Yes, they are pro AI. They'll be releasing some extensions for AI, and they'll be announcing some other partnerships. This is like Chromia core team itself. Talking about their vision for the blockchain. Now, talking about dApps in Chromia, we've seen CCY, which is Josie Swap. Their testnet starts on the 10th, and they've released tweets about it. The countdown is currently on their site for people to go, try to break, according to them, their system, right? To tell you how prepared that they are already. And it's quite interesting. Colorpool also released an announcement that you can now bridge from your Colorpool wallet.
Currently, like right now,
I think whether they are going to push the update. According to them, the update is ready. Right. So 2 things basically: you can bridge from your Colorpool wallet.
That's Telegram wallet.
Yes, and also now you can bridge USDC. Now we all know that for any ecosystem to thrive, any new blockchain to thrive, you need a stable coin. So if you're building a swap, an AMM, without stable coin, it's going to be very difficult, because people that are going to make profits, they want to take those profits to a stable asset. So for Colorpool to come up with USDC bridging, one, they have funding, because if you want to bridge an asset, and then one, you need to have a very good security. 2, you need to have money yourself, because these people are giving you real money. Imagine I bring Ethereum based USDT or Solana based or Binance based USDT, and I'm giving it to you. You're now going to mint a wrapped asset for me to use in Chromia. If I finish and I increase it and I'm bringing it back, you have to give me back more money. You get. So for them to do that, liquidity is going to flow into Chromia. Okay, and there's this speculation that we have, which we've talked about. We wouldn't be shocked if
CCY.
Yeah, CCY is the one running what's it called, colorpool's swap infrastructure.
Because providing like the infrastructure.
Yeah, everything is kind of lining up low key. Okay, and also CCY has also hinted that we are not only building, we are going to build a launch pad. Right, our launch pad is almost ready. We are not just building a pump.fun copy, just like Raking did. No offense to Raking, those guys are actually doing good. But we have like a tiered kind of launch pad. So meaning you need to have a certain quantity of CCY for you to be able to either participate in a launch pad or even create your own tokens or all that good stuff. So there's a whole lot going on in Chromia. Even the building from what's it called, Alpha, the AI platform. We also saw Love AI has also released statement about you being able to create AI agent and tokenize them on their platform. So 2025 for me, we should see really good runs, And also, what's it called? Mines of Dalania pumped a few days back.
Yeah, about like 30%.
Yeah, 20 to 30%. And I didn't even know why it pumped, but so I feel this quarter we should see really, really good things come out of that blockchain.
I think one of the best things that would happen to Chromia, and one of the most undervalued projects on Chromia right now, which I would say is CCY. One of the best things that would happen to CCY is if they can create their launch pad as fast as possible and have like a way or a means or a partnership where you can be able to invest in AI agents from that their launch pad. That would blow up the CCY token from currently $1 million FDV to over $50 million FDV. So yet, I think that would be a huge catalyst, because AI agents is what is trending right now.
It's a huge trend.
And any project that want to list, if it's not AI agents, most persons are not necessarily interested. So I would say that's what I expect them to look for a way to do. They have the partners, Alpha, Chasm, and others, so they can work with them and see how they can make that happen. Then quickly, what do you think? Do you think meme coins are dead?
No, it's a trend thing. You remember during the beginning of this bull market, towards the end of the bear market, it was memes. Nothing was selling. Utility was not going anywhere. It was memes. We saw all kinds. We saw TikTok narratives. We saw zoo narratives. We saw what's it called, pet narratives. We saw the political narratives. We saw celebrity narratives, but it was just meme coins, and that stayed for a very long time. Yes, but then while the meme coin was still there, another narrative crept in, which was the DeSci narrative. Then AI memes crept in. AI memes didn't last very long.
Now we're seeing actual AI projects with utility.
Memes died down. DeSci took over. DeSci was running crazy. AI agent was now running. So, but now it's AI agent that it's the trend
with utility
currently now, with mad utility now. So memes are still there. Maybe within the next few weeks, DeSci, I do believe it this January that DeSci will make a comeback.
It's funny how some months ago people were like, nobody is interested in utility projects again. Utility projects are gone. They are dead. Nobody's buying it. If it's not memes, nobody cares. And funny enough, what has been running for the past 2 weeks to 3 weeks or thereabouts is actually utility projects.
But not in the way that people know it.
Yeah, because the AI agents are actually utility projects.
Yes.
They're not memes.
I think now...
people now are beginning to look at the same factors that they were looking at years ago before they jump into a project. The team.
Yes,
the founders, the backers, before jumping into those AI agents. So it's funny how people indirectly repeat the same pattern,
the same cycle,
without even knowing it.
It's an industry of patterns, right? So, for example, now we are now beginning to see CZ talk about DeSci talk about science.
Yeah.
So, and now we know that pump.science is this January that they are supposed to launch their platform and also their experiment box with tracked bio.
Yeah.
So I do believe that maybe second week of this month, we should now start seeing new design narratives.
Yeah, new design tokens.
Yes, new bio launched like, is it 2 weeks ago?
And the bio airdrop that was done as at June, July or thereabout is worth over $20,000 now.
Yeah, people
most persons are even unaware of that.
From bio, because why people are not unaware was that whole, when bio launched, it was during the whole festive period.
Yes.
People were on the road, we are with families, so people did not really pay attention. Because I told you that if bio, even me, I missed out on bio because I wanted to get bio immediately launched, because I know that bio is directly backed by Binance. Binance invested in that bio directly. Yeah. So, but then when it happened, I was on the road myself. It was a festive period, you know, they had a lot of engagements to attend. And I just noticed, bio has launched. I'm like, well,
yeah,
I can't get everything. But then I know that I'm tracking pump.science because I know even their partnership with Tracked Bio, they're going to soon start launching maybe new compounds very soon. Okay. And that's also an avenue for you to maybe flip 5x, 10x, and then, you know, compound the profit.
Yeah, so quickly before we round up, because we're rounding up pretty soon, and what do you think will be colorpool FDV expectation when it launches?
Well, for me, colorpool has to. It's like almost a must now. Colorpool's airdrop must be worth something really good.
Yeah, but the FDV of the project itself, what do you think it will be?
We can't really there's not really much you can compare colorpool with in terms of the Chromia ecosystem itself, because one, colorpool will be the first native token. I'm assuming that they will do a native token, right? They will not do an airdrop on BNB or an airdrop on any other chain. It has to be on Chromia itself. So but then we don't have any other token that is purely native
on Chromia yet.
On Chromia, aside the ones that are on OG Dogs and the rest that Raking tried to build. Yeah. Kudos to those guys anyway. So any valuation that we use would have to use maybe Alice that is on BNB, DA that is on BNB, or even CCY that is on Avalanche. But for me, the FDV for what's it called? Colorpool should not be anything less than $2.5 million market cap.
Yeah, that if it launches at 2.5, that would be very, very low though. Huge opportunity on the upside.
Yes,
for people to buy.
Right, because if it's an airdrop that they are giving, another thing that you have to think is, if they give that airdrop, it doesn't become tradable immediately.
True.
Because there's no DEX to trade it on.
Yeah.
Right? Except what they will do is take a snapshot. Since CCY is given a very short period of time, because by 10th, what's it called? Their testnet starts. Let's say they do testnets for like 3 days. Then after then, they say, we have liquidity, create liquidity. And then Colorpool creates liquidity. Trading has started. Except that's what they want to do. But unless that, what they will just is distribute tokens. It's not trading. And they say, we are going to add liquidity. Because they now said they have USDT bridge.
Yeah.
So they can easily get in that liquidity. Or if they want to surprise every damn person, they distribute the tokens and they list it on MXC.
Well, we'll see how they'll go about that. But right now, so many persons are waiting for that airdrop.
Yeah.
And they have all their eyes on them. They are bringing in like the most traction and activity to Chromia.
Yeah, currently.
Right now, they are the ones doing the most of that. Then briefly, what would you say about Solana? Do you think if we were to give an award of the blockchain, the best blockchain 2024/2025, which blockchain do you think would win this award?
It depends on what the award is. If the award is for
like the best blockchain, okay, in terms of activities, traction, engagement,
blockchain in engagement, publicity, making money, it's Solana. right? If it's the best blockchain in probably frustrating people out of expectation, it's probably be another block. Maybe it might even be Kujira or even Chromia, because people are tired of waiting, right? But if it's in performance, profits, and degen activity, innovation, what's it called? Solana takes the cake, because it's Solana. Everybody fees are good.
Yes.
The chain is stable enough. People are making money. Almost a large percentage of the newbies that are coming in now, they will tell you they have Phantom, or they know how to buy and sell tokens on Phantom.
You're seeing so many persons on every comment section these days. What they are posting is follow me on Phantom.
Follow me on Phantom, because they believe Phantom is going to do an airdrop. So
like what's going on here?
It's maybe coming closely might be Ton, but it's just like now Ton's what's it called, popularity has kind of dropped since people started getting dust from airdrops.
But I think Ton still has an edge.
But it does. It's a good blockchain.
Do something fantastic,
of course.
Majorly because of their TG Mini apps.
Yes, it works.
Yeah, there's a whole lot that can be done with TG
Other
Mini
blockchains
apps,
are coming there to build mini apps, because even Binance themselves came to build.
So there's a whole lot. That is a huge plus for them, and I think that would make Ton relevant for so long. So I think it's very difficult for anyone to come close to what they have done there.
Right.
Yeah, that synergy between Telegram and Ton is a match made in heaven. You're lucky to have that, basically. So rounding up briefly, what would you say would be AI agents are trending, especially on orai? We've seen great numbers recently. Before it was virtual, now we're seeing orai stepping up the pace. Max, people are looking at and expecting Max to get to $1 billion FDV. It's funny, this was Max we were talking about when it was
$1 million FDV. If Max gets to $1 billion, I suppose the security they work out.
And all this thing is pioneered by Distilled and orai.
Yeah.
But there's still a question mark. Distilled AI, their token has not launched.
It hasn't.
So what do you think would be like the FDV? We know there's an airdrop which our community did participate in. What do you think would be the FDV
for Distilled
once Distilled goes live?
If Distilled goes live, I expect Distilled to hit 1 billion within a month. For me it's fair, because the whole AI thing is Distilled. So Distilled should easily hit $1 billion.
Mind you, Chromia is mind you, orai is still below 300 million.
For me, I'm seeing these things happen around orai gives me even more confidence that when orai will run, it will be one of those things where, guy, I just checked this thing. It was 200 million. Now I'm refreshing it, and I'm seeing it as 800 million.
Just the same way Max ran.
It was like, and then for straight 4 days or straight 5 days, you could see orai do 25-30x straight
from 300M to 4 billion FDV
straight. Because why? It's more like what happened to Max, supply shock.
I think that is 100% possible, because last year we saw that happen with Tau.
Of course,
Tau exploded from about $80, and in no time we saw it got to 700 and something. Then Binance listed it. Of course, we saw that happen. We've seen it now. Max, supply shock. Max, within 72 hours or thereabouts, Max ran from about 8 million all the way to about 200.
Even with
million.
The Bitcoin dump, Max was still around
holding 130
something million. Bitcoin dumped crazy. Max even went to 200 million.
Because there's a supply shock.
And
right now, this is for those watching. There's something that most persons are unaware of. Staking orai is extremely profitable. People are not even saying that.
I told you now, it's really profitable.
Staking orai is extremely profitable. If you're not staking orai, if you have orai, go and stake it. Staking orai is extremely profitable. You can be making as much as $10, $50, $100, even $500 daily, based on the
amount you staked
of orai that you staked. So it's actually passive income. And mind you, this orai is still undervalued, meaning as it continues to appreciate over time, the amounts that you're making daily would only increase. So maybe today you're making $100 daily from your staked orai. The next 2-3 months you might be making $500 or 600 or even 1,000 plus daily from your staked orai. So I think people should aggressively take advantage of it, leverage on this. So we've come to the end of today's episode. We're going to round it up by just one question. Do you think pump.fun is dead? An AI agent launchpad will kick off or kick out pump.fun?
Well, I don't think pump.fun is dead, because random people are still using pump.fun. They are still generating a lot of volume and money for themselves. But what I think is happening is we need one very strong AI launchpad to really make pump.fun reconsider their revenue model. Right now, for example, we are now seeing the likes of agent.land now do revenue share with certain token holders. Pump.fun is not sharing revenue with anybody.
They don't have a token.
Yes,
in their defense.
Even if they don't have a token, they can still reward Solana stickers. They can still reward maybe the top 1,000 creators, token creators. They can. That's not an excuse, right?
Right now, they're all about racking in as much cash.
Yes,
as
and
possible.
they've racked in a shitload of money.
Over $120 million.
But agent.land doesn't have token, right? But then it's more of revenue share. If, as I'm, aping in on whatever on your site, I can still make some money on the side.
Yeah.
It's not a bad idea. So now we are now seeing the likes of GNRT say you can create agents from Twitter. Just at me and give me the name, the ticker, and a picture, and I can create that thing for you. And you can make money from people even trading that that meme, because there's a fee that they pay. Percentage of it can go
because
to,
for GNRT it's strictly memes.
Yes, it can go to a percentage of the revenue can go to those holders of that particular token. So imagine now you're holding a meme called let's say Rumokoro cats, and then you're holding the Rumokoro cats and you're still getting money from people trading that particular cat. So it's a good idea. So but then let's see, people are still using pop.fun, but this agent's launchpad is like next level stuff right now.
Yeah. So I totally agree. Actually a whole lot would be happening this year. We're expecting a whole lot. One of the craziest highlights of last year, if you ask me, one of the craziest highlights was pump.fun enabling streaming.
Oh, that was really
for people to create token, live stream, and that was crazy. We saw people threatening to kill someone so they could buy their token. We saw people staying in the toilet for days, hours, so that you could buy their token. Like we saw people doing the craziest stuff. Some people threatening to kill their pets, dogs, cats, name it. Like just crazy. Some people
beating their kids.
Strip dance. Some persons beating their kids just so that people could like buy their tokens. It's insane what humans can become when you kind of like put them to test. You get, and you give them certain levels of freedom, which would also let you know that there are some innovations that are not necessarily good for humanity, because pump.fun had no other choice than to end that thing. It didn't even last. I don't think it lasted up to a week. They had to end it. They just had to stop that live streaming because it was crazy. Someone even carried gun to the streets and was trying to shoot people and stuff like that unless you buy his token. You get, so it's quite crazy. So crypto again is the wild west. You have to do your due diligence in whatever you're attempting to buy. The worst things can happen in this space and the best things can happen in this space. At the end of the day, you need a solid community that you have to attach yourself to, so that you can get valuable information, get guidance, mentorship, and a group of persons too that you can do research together, discuss with, and talk about your investment strategies and portfolio management. So don't forget, guys, don't forget to leave a comment, tell us what you like to see, give us your review about the episodes that we've done, tell us the projects you're looking at investing in this year, tell us what's happening with your portfolio. Like the video, share the video, and don't forget to join our community and hit that subscribe button. Thanks very much, guys, and bye bye.